Hello there, fellow galactic listeners. I'm Todd Hoffman, and this is WSTR Galactic Public Access, a Star Wars podcast. Welcome to episode 350. We hope you are doing well with everything going on. We want to continue to be a platform that promotes positivity, life, hope, and a little Star Wars along the way. Today, we're going to do a Star Wars creature feature on the Phantom Menace. But before we dine on some Colo clawfish eggs, let's see what we got here. Miss Carla Jackalone.
Ooh, Cooperfish.
Yes. I don't know how to.
It's the first thing that came to my mind. When they're in the little aqua ship, and he goes, "Oh, Cooperfish."
Cooperfish. Oh man.
Hi everyone.
Hi. Mr. Aaron Julian has the night off, so you're in for a rare treat. Daddy's gone. The kids is gonna go off the rails like we usually do. But
Tangent
time. I just literally want to just like jump into Cantina chat, but we won't because we have to get through the main topic here. So Carla, before we do that, why don't you just tease that news?
Certainly. All right. I have impressive. Most impressive. It's a major award.
Yep.
And scab.
Okay.
Ooh.
Out your decoder rings and your I don't know what's your data pads? Yeah, data pads and and then we'll come back to that. So all right, but let's without further any our main topic. All right, so we're going to be talking about we kind of went reverse order or something. We went with the sequels first. Now we're going to prequels. So we're looking at creature features. So of the movies, and a little aliens. So again, so just to clarify, creatures are non-sentient, non-speaking. Qui-Gon Jinn, just because you can speak doesn't make you intelligent. We're not going that far, but we are talking about, basically creatures of the Phantom Menace. There's quite a few. We're going to go through 10 of them today, and maybe throw in a couple aliens. And again, we realize this is a podcast, so visually, you're just but hang on, here we go. And of course, all these are great Star Wars names, and some of them are kind of hard to pronunciate, but we'll do our best. So before we dive into it though, Carla, did you like the creatures?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
There's a lot.
I feel like the prequel trilogies definitely gave us a lot more with the creature element because George was all happy-go-lucky with his CGI, so he could do a lot more. I mean, like I was joking around, but that scene with them underwater and to see these big fish creatures for the first time, it was, I remember sitting in the theater being like, this is so cool. Like,
there's a lot of creatures. Yeah.
So yeah, I ship all the creatures.
All the creatures.
Yes.
That's awesome. So obviously, what we found kind of in the sequels too is that a lot of these are Nabooian Naboo creatures. So there's quite a few because we spent a lot of time on Naboo. So I wouldn't say all creatures we're going to see here. Obviously, and as we go back to Tatooine, so we have some familiar creatures like the dewback, and I think there's some bantha. There's some banthas in there. So we've seen those guys before. We'll cover them in A New Hope, but yeah, it's kind of like we're going back, even though it's technically the first. It's really the the fourth or whatever. I don't know. It's very hard. Up is a Kadu. Okay, so a Kadu. You're like, what's that? Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's a flightless reptilian that inhabit the swamps of planet Naboo, another planet, and the moons of Rory. Gungans use them as mounts. So basically, it's a duckbill kind of dinosaur, a biped with a kind of tadpole tail. And these are the ones you see, obviously, when the Trade Federation invades Naboo. A lot of people are like kind of big feathers that they put on them. And that do you have any fond memories of Kadu?
So, fun fact, I
Yeah.
believe that Kadu is a meal that you can enjoy if you go to Batu, Galaxy's Edge. I think it's Kadu ribs.
Okay.
They call it. It's like basically it's like barbecue ribs.
Okay.
It's pretty good. So
nice.
Not only do they use them as a method of warfare,
transportation,
but they also eat them.
Wow. Very good. They are, just in case you want to know, they're excellent runners, strong swimmers. Their lung capacity allows them to remain underwater for 2 hours, and they have a land speed of 80 kilometers.
Sorry.
And Carla just dropped her cat. It's okay.
We're causing a bit of chaos here, people. Sorry.
They are in shades of yellow, bright oranges, and they green and keen sense of smell. So yeah, just a typical biped kind of creature. They look cool. I mean, and they think, and I like that they look native to Naboo. They kind of fit right in. They're like, yep,
yeah,
that looks like that's what it is. Mentioned it, and we basically got a 3-for-1 deal in the core of Naboo. There's always a bigger fish, and so just to kind of keep track, the first one that attacked is the OP sea killer. Okay, this thing, this is Jar Jar's big goober fish, huge O-teeth. It's kind of a reddish orange looking hybrid. It's kind of like a crab and a big undersea fish with large teeth. It's kind of like what it
looks like those. It looks like the fish you see that live super deep in the ocean.
Yes.
With the bioluminescence on their head.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the ding a ding, the one in Nemo, Yeah. I'm gonna get you. So it's kind of like a crustacean and a fish got together, and that's an OPC killer. They are 20 meters in length. That is pretty large and in charge.
That's big.
Gooba fish. So it has a rather large tongue that they attach to the ship. It grabs it, and that's how it gets its prey. This one's scary, man. This comes right out. Get you, man. So
according to the Alien Archive book that I have here,
yes,
the Opie is able the Opie is able to swiftly give chase using a unique jet propulsion movement, sucking water through its mouth and expelling it through its small vents at the back of its body.
Whoa. That is great. Yeah. It takes a big, nice little chunk out of the ship. So yeah, the OPC killer is a good one. I know I picked up a toy of the OPC killer when that first came out. I'm like, this is cool. So I think it had like a Qui-Gon. It had like the Qui-Gon underwater Qui-Gon. I'm like, I gotta get this OPC killer guy. Okay, so the next one that comes in. That comes in. I'm gonna skip here to the Colo clawfish. Okay, this is Jar Jar screams, "Ah! Monster's back!" Yeah. Is a large creature found in the depths of Nabusi. Yes, we're kind of like a flat looking eel looking thing with gator, like a gator mouth. It's got big gator teeth. This one has an average of 40 meters. So your OPC killer, 20 meters. This guy, the Cloacloth. Yeah, this one's also kind of bioluminescent type, but it's got that massive kind of crocodile head.
Ooh.
I said in the intro, this is a solo shout out. In the solo, Dryden Voss is like, hey, do you want some Colo clawfish eggs? So he was eating them like nobody's business.
Like
I don't
caviar.
think, yeah, it's like caviar, but yeah, this one unique design. I like it.
So, another fun fact from my book.
Yes.
Please. Their digestive systems are slow, and they run the risk of being eaten from inside out if their prey remains alive. So they must ensure that their prey is dead before they ingest it.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. Here's a fun fact, too. The Ultimate Edition of the soundtrack, Episode 1, incorrectly calls this giant squid in the trial titled The Giant Squid and the Attack on Theed. It's not a squid. It's a Colo clawfish. Come on.
That's not squid.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's got fun. This is a scary guy. But there's one more. So you got the Opie, or you got not the Opie, the Cola, and now you got the Sando Aqua Monster. This guy's in boss mode. This guy is 200 meters. 200 meters. So
crazy.
Yeah.
What is that in like American? What is that in like American length?
What is that in American?
How many football fields is that?
How many football fields do we got there in that 200 meters? Gosh, I got the internet here, Carla. I could just how many 200 meters? That's 600 and yeah. Okay. First tangent. We have 2 liters that we love our 2-liter pops, but that's like the only thing we have adopted in the metric system. We're like, hey, give me that 2-liter.
Yeah.
Oh my
Everything
gosh.
else, forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. Like, but it's so weird. Why did Pop decide, let's just do a 2-liter? Does it like sound cool? Like, we don't say like get 2 gallons of pop, we get like a 2-liter, you know?
You're making me chuckle right now because you say pop and so does Brian. I laugh because I'm like,
it's a Midwestern. It's a Midwestern thing. Yeah. It's always gonna be pop to me. Pop. Okay, so 200 meters, 656 of big. I also have this book, The Wildlife of Star Wars Field Guy. He's not the but there's like this size chart. I don't know what I think Sarlacc, if I'm not mistaken, but I'll show you here, Carla, just for your. So he's right on top.
Yeah,
he's this guy, right? But the big guy, I think, is a Sarlacc. But
what?
All these other guys, they're tiny. Like even look at the Rancor. I mean, the Rancor is like a little tiny guy, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I like this guy. He's huge. He like literally rips. He rips everybody in half. He's just eating things, and I mean, he's just a big. He's like a gorilla with like and stuff.
He's a beefy boy.
He's a beefy boy. Yeah, he makes the Kaloa cawfish and our Opie, little creature, sea killer creature. Not much. They look like wimps. I don't know if I have any fun facts about this guy. He just pretty much
they're pretty
eats
vicious.
what he wants to eat. Yeah. Let's see if I got any.
They're very protective of their young, apparently. So don't listen with the mama and its babies.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna have a bad day.
The average lifespan of a Sando was thought to have between 100 standard years. That's a pretty long time.
Yeah.
The monster is a lethargic and sluggish animal most of the time, spending 90% of the day lying dormant and motionless. So they just take naps. They're like, I gotta go eat something, so I'm just gonna go.
Oh, so like my cats.
Yeah. Right. A very large cat. Yeah. I don't think they do. This is kind of like, I don't think much of Nabooians study the Sando Aqua monster. I think they just kind of, they kind of stay away from it,
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, okay. According to Gungan mythology, the enchanted monsters guarded the underwater city of Osiris that resided of the gods. I have no idea what that means, but okay, cool. There you go. That's cool. Yeah, so yeah, it's a pretty big creature. It's a fun little, again, this is in the old Star Wars. Okay. We love them. The Opie. Let's go into the Opie. So the Opie is our camel horse again. It's got a kind of long snoot, and they're a quadruped, and they're a mammal, and they are cute. They're fun little guys, and we get to see them in Tatooine. So not native. I don't know if they're native to Tatooine, but
my book says homeworld is Tatooine.
Well, there you go. The Opies are there, man. So we get to see them when to the Nabooian the Queen's ship. They got some of that, packing some stuff for the ship, and I think they're there dropped off to the pod race. I think they're right in an Opie.
Yeah, remember the one like farts in Jar Jar's face?
Yeah, it did fart. That's true.
Piusa.
The Piusa. I don't know if it's our first fart gag of the night in Phantom Menace, but I'm pretty sure that was. I mean, Jar Jar steps in Bantha Poodoo, and then he gets farted on by the Opie. So yes, the Opies like to fart. So there you go. Also featured. This is also featured in Obi-Wan Kenobi. Got a little Opie action in Obi-Wan Kenobi. I like them. They got a nice little the Star Wars camo, which I like.
Yeah.
When startled or angry, Opie spat undigested stomach contents at bothersome people. Oh wow. Well, that sounds like a camel too, Opies. All right, Carla. What else we got? What else we got here?
Well, we've also got the Famba.
The Famba? What's a Famba?
Famba.
Distant relative of the Zumba?
That would be pretty funny. anything in my book here, but it doesn't look
Oh
like
yeah.
they had those. Yeah.
Famba.
Oh wait, no, they do. Okay. So okay. So a Famba is also a native creature to Naboo, and they are
Nice.
also trained for warfare.
Okay.
With the Famba being the largest. So these are the guys that had the big, like the drums looking
Yeah,
things
they
on
had the
top of
shield.
them.
Yeah, they had the shield generators on top of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those guys were cool.
Fambas are a common sight on the battlefields of Naboo. They support the Gungan army and often operate in tandem to carry shield generator equipment and booma cannons. They are primarily domesticated as beasts of burden and artillery draft beasts. Off-world, particularly in Abafar, their meat is served as a delicacy in a dish named Famba Delight.
How dare they eat Fambas?
Now I wonder if that's a Galaxy's Edge delicious dish, which I don't think it is.
Dish.
Yeah.
Famba.
So there's that. Their height is an average of 5 meters. Oh,
5 meters,
they're also native to Onderon.
Okay.
They're herbivores.
Yes.
So they eat the plants.
They like the plants.
And even though they're technically amphibians, they have the scaly hide of a reptile.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. Their only known predators are the Sando aqua monster.
Obviously.
So that's big beefy boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we only see them in
the battle. The big battle.
The battle, yeah. And it says here in the excuse me, Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds video game.
Heyo.
The 2002 expansion pack. Fambas were the Gungan special unit used as a mobile shield generator.
There you go.
And Gungan assault mech armed with a powerful booma cannon.
Dang.
Interesting. Yeah.
Very nice.
So yeah, that's our Famba.
Famba.
But not only do we also have a Falumpa set.
A Falumpa set.
A Falumpa set? I don't know.
Falumpa set. Falumpa set.
Yes. Now, I believe these are also...
They are...
native
Nabooian.
To...
Yes.
A lot of... Yeah, you're right. A lot of creatures from Naboo. So...
Naboo.
Okay, they are also in my book. And they are also domesticated by the Gungans. Also beasts of burden for warfare. And they are used to pull huge battle wagons. They are brown in color.
Okay.
Yeah.
It says here, when Jar Jar accidentally opens the back gate of the battle wagon and releases the payload of the energy, these are the creatures that are pulling the wagon. So that makes sense. They basically say in this, they're like the rhinos of Star Wars or Naboo.
Let's see. What else? They roam the plains, forests, and swamps in large herds, and their distinctive bellowing calls can be heard for kilometers around.
That's miles.
So they are. How many football fields is that?
How many football fields? Oh man.
Yeah, and apparently they're used all over the galaxy as a like a transportation mount.
Wow.
They are known for their stubborn and uncooperative Wild Thylampusette had long, shaggy fetlocks to protect against nipping Neorcs,
Wow.
which are little carnivorous clams. What? Okay. I've never seen this or heard of this.
Okay.
They're funny. They're like clams, but like the
Mhm.
tongue of the clam has teeth on it. Look it up, people. Nyork. Nyork.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, apparently they like to nip on the Thylampusette. So
The poor Philip of it.
oh, they're
Okay.
excellent swimmers.
Okay.
What else? What else? What else? The almost disproportionate length of their very long legs to the rest of their body means that they can maneuver quickly, which in turn makes them perfectly suited to pulling artillery on the battlefields.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Cool.
Right. Cool. What else we got?
Let's next up we got a Nuna.
A Nuna.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are also from Naboo.
I sensing a pattern here.
Yes. Let's see. We got the Nuna in here. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. Of course we do.
This book is great. Let's see. Nuna. They are omnivorous, two-legged, flightless birds.
Oh my god.
That are native to the swamps of Naboo.
Yeah.
And have spread across the galaxy and can be commonly found on Tatooine and Salokami.
Yeah.
Wherever that is. They have become prized for their meat and eggs. Just one bird can feed an entire family of 4.
Wow. This is the
Basically.
This is the Star Wars turkey.
Oh, commonly called, swamp turkeys.
Swamp turkey. See? There you go. This is
and apparently the Nuna also has the accolade of being the only animal to be used as a ball in the widely played game of Nuna Ball.
Oh no. Oh no, what do they do with the Nuna Ball?
They get kicked around?
Oh.
Don't kick your food, people. That's not cool.
That's a Nuna Ball.
That's mean.
Okay, so I guess in the Clone Wars, I don't know which episode, but it says Clone Trooper Captain Rest encountered one at a farmer's dinner table. Wow. Yeah, this is definitely a Star Wars turkey, man.
Yeah. Did they have one during the holiday special?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Great. Nuna.
The Lego holiday special.
Right. Gotcha.
Not the OG.
Not the OG.
All right.
What else we got?
So then we Pico Pico?
A Pico Pico?
Pico Pico?
Tell us what a Pico Pico is.
A Pico Pico.
I'm guessing this is native to Naboo.
Let's see. This one, I don't know if I have this one in here.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, this one does not exist in my book. Wikipedia.
If it's not in the Jedi archives, it's not there.
Homeworld, Naboo. They are large, strong reptilians whose raucous squawks, I don't know why I can't say that,
that's okay,
carried over long distances. They were native to the Gungan swamps. Another breed of them lives on Nal Hutta.
Okay.
And the feathers of the Pico Pico albatross were used in the construction of reinforced insulated sheath armor.
Dang. Pico.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Oh, that's the Legends.
Oh, Legends.
Okay.
Well, I believe it.
They were first appeared in the Phantom Menace.
They're in the Phantom Menace?
That's what I'm trying to find. I don't really. Oh, apparently there's a painting of Padme with one.
Oh. Here's a nice. I got this in my book. Pico Pico. They're cute. They're like a. I would say like kind of like a cross between a bat and a peacock.
Yeah.
Kind of have like a.
Let's see.
Most animals, okay, the skin is fairly toxic. The most animals leave Pico Picos alone as toxins cause sharp stomach pains. Not all animals are susceptible, though. So, okay, well, their powerful beaks crush hardest nuts and eats Kadu eggs. Oh, poor Kadus. Certain nuts and seeds will not germinate unless they pass through the Pico Picos gastrointestinal system. Oh, so they help. That's a good one. All right, what else? What else
Apparently
we
they well, just real quick, so because I'm trying to remember like where exactly they are in the movie. So when they when they go to the Gungan sacred place.
Yeah.
Apparently they fly over during that scene.
Oh.
Yeah. It's probably something you have to watch closely to catch.
Do that in Star Wars. Why would we watch something very closely?
Why would we do that?
Yeah, why would we pause it and just like look? Oh, there's a Pico Pico. It's a fun name to say.
All right. And last but certainly not least is the shock creature. Shock, like shock tea, but not shock tea. And
right.
Their homeworld is
Naboo.
Naboo again.
Alex, I'll take Naboo for 500. Naboo.
Everybody's from Naboo. Yeah. So shock are gentle, friendly animals raised for their meat. They leisurely graze on the grasslands, traveling in herds. There are many stories of shocks losing their footing and slipping into the numerous rivers that traverse Naboo. But thankfully, their blubber makes them extremely buoyant, allowing them to float along until they reach land. I mean, if you've seen these things.
I'm calling this out. I'm calling this out, man.
I picked up the link.
Like all the creatures of Phantom Menace. I don't know if the shock the menace. He's in episode 2.
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, he rides. This is the infamous scene of the riding the big cow tick. I mean,
yeah.
I just don't know if they are in the Phantom Menace. We might have to
say they're probably in like some background for like 5 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, this is Wikipedia. Creature. Yeah, this is Wikipedia, so I don't know.
This is another creature that you can enjoy a fine meal of down in Batu.
You can have a shock
meat. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
wow.
Like they make it like it's like shredded over veggies.
Wow.
I think it's rice.
Okay.
Maybe rice or maybe a noodle or something like that.
A schnoodle.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's very good. And I think they have it in the cookbook too. So you can make it at home.
Fun. So that's all the creatures that, I mean, obviously there's a couple other creatures, but those are the main ones we wanted to cover too. I thought we should just kind of fly through a little bit of the aliens that we see in Phantom Menace. There's a lot. We got a lot of new ones. Yeah. We got our racist Pneumonians, our Gungans. We have obviously Darth Maul. That's a Zabrak. We have a lot of pod racers and stuff on Tatooine. So we have like we have a Todarian, which is Watto. We got a Swokes. Swokes is like the guy, the dealer that food from, and he's got like that kind of big mouth. He's like a obviously we got that's a Doug. Yeah, we got like Ben Quadraneros or whatever.
Ben Quadraneros, man.
A Tong. We have the announcers, the two-headed announcers. They are a Troig, Troig, Troig. Troig.
That's Greg Proops.
I know.
The voice actor. It's great.
There's a guy in Warwick Davis's box. So Warwick Davis plays like a human with Watto. He's got this really big, like reptilian head. That guy's called a Anx. Think of what other ones we got. Again, we got a bunch of pod racer guys that, yeah, the one guy where the pit droid goes through his pod racer. I forget what that guy's name is, but Urkit. So
I love the guy. Well, actually, it's the first one you see there, the Nosarian.
Oh, yes.
And he does the.
I think he's got a mod.
Does he? It's got like antlers and stuff.
Yeah. That guy's a Nosarian. Yeah.
But the best is the Vulpturine.
Yeah, that guy.
He's the one where like he's about to crash and explode, and he just goes. Roar!
I think it's the next guy. The Bard Totian is the one that goes. Roar!
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, you're right. Yeah.
I love that guy. He's like, Arr! He's like, Arr! Doesn't quite scream. He just kind of does like a little growl. He's like, Arr! Dude, this might be on my trivia question because I had no idea Aurora Singh is a Paladivian. I had no idea about that.
Yeah. Yo, look at that Tarnab guy.
Yeah, where's he at?
He's looking a little rough.
Dude, that's Tarnab.
That's how I look when I wake up some mornings.
He almost looks like kind of got like almost like a flat nose Skeletor looking thing going on with some.
Yeah.
But he's got kind of these. I wonder if he's like in the Senate or something.
Maybe.
Tarnab. That's definitely a Google for me, man. I gotta look that guy up. There's a couple Jedi Masters. We have a long neck. He's got like a noodle neck. He's got like a little, and he's a Quirminian.
He's not a Kaminoan, although they kind of look similar.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. Right. That's true. He does look like.
He doesn't have the big buggy eyes that the Kaminoans have.
No. Yeah. Okay. There's two characters that are somewhat the same, but they're cousins. Like she's a Adi Galia is a Tholothian. Tholothian. There you go. Thank you. Tendrils. She kind of has these weird kind of tendrils going on. Not really hair, but okay. Opal is a Piasin. Oh gosh. He's like a snake-like looking guy. He's got a coil and then he's got a big old white beard.
It's weird looking.
Yeah, weird looking. The Yoda-like, but not quite, even Peel is a Lannick. Lannick. He's got like one eye. He's looking like a tough. He kind of looks like a tough Yoda. He's got like a yeah. Rounding out the Jedi Masters, obviously we have Sastine, who is Ik
Itachi.
Iktachi. Our favorite Conehead.
Mundi.
Mundi. He's a Serene. Sarian. Thank you.
Sarian. Yeah.
Plo Koon, our boy. Keldor. Love a pillow. I can look at Plo Koon all day.
Have you ever seen Brian's Plo Koon?
No, I mean I've seen it, but I haven't seen it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's my favorite costume that he wears. It's so cool.
Oh. Yeah, I like a good old Plo Koon. And then we have a Tweely kind of looking guy. He is the right-hand man of Emperor P, Papa P.
Mas
Ameda is a Shagrinian.
He's sketchy.
He's sus. He's straight up sus, man.
He's sus.
If you didn't know this, obviously you've been living on a rock and you're not listening to the right show, but ETs are in Star Wars. Yes. Lucas loves Spielberg. Spielberg loves Lucas. They all love each other. And they are called Asagoyans in our Star Wars land. They're featured for a half a second in the Senate chamber. It's good. It's a good one. Dude, who is this guy? He's definitely a separatist. This Core Rivar. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I guess a lot of these are like sus. Senators and ambassadors, which is like crazy that they created all of these different looking aliens.
People, all these different looking aliens
that we see for literally seconds.
That's the shame of the whole thing, man. That's no stink of it. That's the whole shame of it. But so there you go, man. There's a lot of creatures, a lot of aliens. It's good. Good website is Alien Anthology. WordPress.com is a really good website if you want to get that. And then what book were you looking at there, Carla, so we can tell our listeners what book they were looking at?
This one is called Star Wars Alien Archive, A Guide to the Species of the Galaxy. So this one's a little it's a little dated, so you probably won't get
that's a DK book.
Like super recent stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it has it definitely has up to The Force Awakens.
Okay.
But I think anything past that point, they did not cover. So,
gotcha.
But it's pretty cool. There's a lot of fun facts that you could pull out of your pocket.
There you go.
Or use if you're doing trivia.
That's right.
Yeah, and the art is cool. It's very different.
Nice. I also was looking at a book called The Wildlife of Star Wars, a field guide. This one is a little dated as well, but the art is fantastic. It's got a great cover. I was telling Carla before we started, it's got this like rough reptilian cover, which is cool. It's got scales. It's very. Those are two good book recommendations if you want to check that out and get a little bit more. Yeah, pick it up. So there you have it. All right, Carla, how about we move into news of the week?
Okay. I've got our 3 news items. First one, tree. I got tree news items.
Mm-hmm.
This one comes from Forbes.com. Star Wars Jedi Survivor performing very strongly against EA expectations and Fallen Order.
Oh,
People are just, they are gobbling it up. It's just, oh, it's great. So, EA, they made a recent earnings call for the quarter ending on March 31st, which did not include the new game. However, they made a point to express that the game is performing very, very well this early. And this goes against the internal expectations that they set for the game, also comparing it to its predecessor, Jedi Fallen Order, with millions of players already on board.
Yeah, it doesn't quite.
Go ahead. Yeah. So it only came out a few weeks ago, and one of the main praises is that it takes everything Fallen Order does and improves on it. It's been compared to the difference between Assassin's Creed 1 and 2, a good game improved into a great one. Sometimes sequels can miss if they change too much or add the wrong thing, but Jedi Survivor has really nailed it in almost every aspect.
Nice.
And then I think the only issue that we've heard about, and I think Todd, you had mentioned this, or maybe Aaron, is there's been some issues with performance on the PC.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The PC game was almost unplayable. They just released the patch on the 9th. I think it's called Patch 4, which really helped the PC version out. And there were some bugs even for the Xbox and PS5. So they definitely tweaked it, and they're continuing working on it, which is great. It's just hard to see a AAA game have such big bugs at the beginning, but I'm telling you what, the story is fantastic. Gameplay is fantastic. So I know Aaron was kind of sitting on it for a little bit, but I am enjoying it very much.
How far in are you?
Oh, I'm in deep, man. But I like the side quest. I'm still there. There's 3 planets that I opened up, and so I'm on the 3rd planet. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but
okay. I'm on the 2nd one.
Okay.
It's not really a spoiler for the name.
Kobo. Yeah, Kobo. Yeah, Kobo.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a Kobo. I'm Shattered Moon, and I'm on Jeddah.
What?
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. I'm loving it. Loving it. It's great.
Cool.
It's kind of your core world where there is kind of a main cantina that's like a central hub for everybody. And as you explore, which I really enjoy, is that people are like, "Hey, where are you hanging out?" And they're like, "Hey, we'll hang out at Kobo too." And then they become almost like patrons or buddies of you. And I'm digging
That's
it.
where I'm at.
Digging. Yeah, I'm digging it.
I'm trying to play at a decent pace, Todd, and not take 5 years.
Yeah, right.
Finish the game. So
yeah, I mean, the map's pretty straightforward, and it's not definitely, obviously we don't have to bring up PTSD stuff, but Dathomir was definitely hard to navigate, and these levels seem pretty wide open. There's definitely areas to explore, but it doesn't seem as complex as like Dathomir, which is kind of more on top of each other, which made it
the hollow maps are so much better to read, and I'm so happy about it.
Yes, and they tell you, like when you talk to somebody, they say, "Oh, this is a rumor," and then you can see that on the map, and they show. It's really very well done. They show undiscovered plots, things where you need to go. It's great.
I'm toying with, do I stick with the storyline first and then go back and do all of like the side quest thingies?
See,
I play it on story mode, by the way, people, because I enjoy it for that purpose. Like, I like the gameplay a lot, but I also don't like to be so frustrated with a game that I never want to play it again. Elder.
So, not to I hearing about this last week, but so I'm like, oh, it's May the 4th. I had the day off. Like, this is great. I'm gonna troop. So I'm like, I'm gonna do a quick live stream of just a little bit of Survivor. Like, this would be great. So I'm in Kobo, hanging out in Kobo, and I'm like, I'm just gonna explore a little bit. And I probably died 50 times. I'm not even joking. And at one point, I'm like, I'm streaming, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do this anymore. And I stuck with it because, again, it's all about, it teaches you have you just have to be patient. Dude, Rancor, no joke. The Rancor is no joke. Like, one swoop, and it just eats you, or he ground pounds you. He does a lot of different things to you, and you gotta like get in there real quick. It's very hard. And I was like, I don't think I'm really at that level, but I couldn't put it down, and I finally took out the Rancor. But yeah, there's a Rancor in Kobo. Just be warned.
Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah. As soon as I was like, this looks like a creature fight, and I jump in, and I'm like,
oh, it's a big boy.
It's a big boy. Yeah, he tough. So, anyways, great. I'm super excited.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'd be curious to see, like, eventually once the official numbers and stuff come out, to see how it does.
Yes, I agree. So. I think obviously with any good game, it's word of mouth, and if people are playing it and liking it, the story so far is so good. I just love it, and exactly what Forbes said. It builds on top. I love that you don't reset. Like a lot of games, you come in, you're like, yeah, I want to be awesome. And then like, oh, you get amnesia and you lose everything. Oh, like you get hit and like all your gear goes away and you have to go get it back. And it's like, no, you were this guy that learned how to be a Jedi and you start off as that. And that's super exciting to me because it's like, great. They're not like negating what I learned. Now you're just building upon it.
All right.
What up next?
Moving on. We've got from Deadline.com Peabody Awards and/or Atlanta. Yeah. I don't know what these are. I've never heard of them. I'm guessing it's TV.
I don't know.
TV awards.
The only Peabody I know is that dog. What's it? The cartoon, whatever. I don't know. Mr. Peabody.
I don't know.
Glasses. He talks. I don't know. It's an old cartoon.
I'll have to Google it.
Yeah. All right, here we go. What we got?
So the winners have been announced. With PBS leading the pack with a total of 6 wins, followed by Apple TV and Disney Plus with a 3-piece, and HBO Max with 2 wins.
Nice.
And amongst these winners is none other than our famous rebel spy intelligence officer, whatever you want.
Yeah, right.
Andor.
Andor.
Yeah. So let's see. They won for. Try to find their category.
Entertainment.
Yes. Yeah. So this is what they had to say. Was few other long-running franchises loom as large in today's contemporary pop cultural imagination than Star Wars. Yet amid stories of destiny-driven heroes and doomed superpower villains, Tony Gilroy's Andor tackles that familiar galaxy with plenty of spectacle, but also a keen-eyed commitment to mirroring our own mundane trials and tribulations. Follow scavenger Cassian Andor, who unwittingly becomes radicalized in the wake of a police state intent on crushing any and all signs of the Rebel Alliance.
Summer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that they note about Andor, but they did win, which is great.
Yeah, it's great.
And I mean, I think that's one of the great things about Andor is that it's so different from anything else we've had with Star Wars, because Star Wars is known to be, like they said, heroes and villains and flashy and all these grand things, and then Andor dials it back and makes it more parallel to like the real human experience.
This is true.
Yeah,
and like the struggle's real. Like the struggle is real.
Yeah.
It's not super sexy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's why a lot of people had a problem with it at first, because they're like, oh, this is so slow.
Yeah.
You know, especially those first 3 episodes.
The first 3, the pacing's weird. The first 3 are really, the pacing is weird, but I feel like right after that it takes off, and I feel like it really grabs you, you know. So
and then it all ties together right at the end. And it's great. Like, it's great. So
fantastical.
It's great.
Fantastical.
So congrats to
yeah,
Andor, the cast,
That's
the crew.
awesome.
Tony Gilroy is killing it.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully
Yeah.
we'll season 2. Can't wait.
Yes.
So and perfect set
Yes.
news item from
Right.
HollywoodReporter.com. This is a little bit of drama going on here. It says showrunner Tony Gilroy ceases producing services on Andor.
Exclusive.
Yeah. Apparently, he's been singled out on social media for performing non-writing duties, and tells the Hollywood Reporter that he has stopped all such functions. I can't talk tonight.
Commitment.
So apparently he received criticism from fellow Writers Guild member for performing such services during the GWA strike against the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, which represents studios and streamers. The critique came after it was reported on Friday that Gilroy, whose scripts for season 2 of the Star Wars series were completed, was still contributing producing services, including casting and music-related duties. Gilroy says he was not present on the show set and hasn't been since the strike began May 2nd.
Wow.
So, yeah, there's a big writer's strike going on right now.
And we're in trouble, people. I mean, this is big stuff because everything stopped. Like, one of the things that they're talking about here with Gilroy is that, you know, when you're on set, there's tweaks to the script or whatever, and whatever's, if you're not saying what's actually written, you can't tweak the script. So I think there was just a conflict of interest as far as the dilemma is going. It's like, yeah, I'm just not going. And that's a big deal. Like Gilroy on set. And I think there was even pressure from Disney to keep, because you know, the week it said all scripts were in. Like he pushed to get the scripts in so they could at least do stuff. But I think they're having troubles here because this is much bigger than you think. And even like even the Duffer brothers, who, we got everything ready, but we're not doing anything. We can't do that because there's always little tweaks you do when you're on the set. And you're gonna, you know, and you need to make sure that it's all blessed and all that fun stuff. So this WGA thing is legit. So
well,
well,
hopefully
enjoy your reruns, folks, because
hopefully they can come to some kind of
right.
resolution.
Yeah, because again, it does. I mean, as you know, right? Like they're all committed to finish Andor, but now like it's tough, you know. And other then you get a whole scheduling thing, like, oh, I was supposed to be doing this, or I'm, but really nothing's being shot right of the strike. And so the studios in the motion picture industry got to get their acting there and just like figure out what they want. And obviously they want more money, but for all the content's being pushed out, I think that's what the biggest thing is that the writers are not seeing that, so
yeah.
We'll
see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Exactly.
All right. Well,
all right.
That's all the news to be printed.
There you go.
So
awesome.
Yeah.
There you go.
But now, Todd, I think it's time for a little cantina chat.
Let's do it. All right, this is part of the show where we get geeky. Carla, I mean, come on. Let's just leave me.
I don't know.
Let me be jealous. Let me be jealous.
I didn't do anything special. I don't know what you're talking about.
We talked to you last week and you were in Batu.
Yeah, I was in Disney.
Yeah, you were in the mouse.
Yes, we used our unused passes from the last time we went to Disney and had quite the family emergency when my cat decided to escape from our house. So we had to come home early, cut the trip short, but we went back. And what a better timing, because Brian had a work function thing to attend.
Okay.
From the 1st to the 4th. And upon hearing this news, it was like, oh, hold up. You're going to be in Orlando the week of May 4th?
Yes.
Yeah. So I took the day off from work. I was like, I have to. Like,
you have to.
I have to. Yeah.
Have to. Yes.
So we did basically Galaxy's Edge all day on Thursday.
May the 4th.
Yeah. We did that, and I called into you guys, even though you probably couldn't hear me. I couldn't really hear you. It was a little bit of a disaster, but
yeah. It worked.
But
it worked.
Yeah. But we were just hanging out, just enjoying the day. We got on Rise. Got to eat some good grub from Black Spire Outpost. And let me tell you, it was pretty crowded.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people there.
Yeah. So. You were going to Olga's, right? After we.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you went to Olga's at night.
Which was great.
That's awesome.
Got our drinkies and yeah. So it was like, if you ever get the chance to do May 4th there, it's cool because you're in Star Wars land on Star Wars Day. It's like going to the Mecca,
Yeah, right.
So.
Well, how was the crowd? Like, how was the crowd? Were they like into it?
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. People were bounding. People had their Star Wars, shirts on.
Yeah.
I guess they let the people who go to the Star Cruiser onto Batu for like part of the day.
Oh wow.
So, and they get to wear like costumes. So there were people walking around in costumes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was it was a little bit of a different vibe than like the normal Batu day.
Right.
So, but yeah, everybody was just having a good time. Like,
cool.
And this is my 3rd time being there, and there's something about it. Like, you walk in and you just still are like, it's so cool. Especially like just watching the Falcon like you walk up to it and you're like, holy crap, like that's the Falcon. Like
that's the Millennium Falcon right there.
So
yeah.
So we did that Thursday, and Friday we hit up Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom. And let me just set the stage here, people.
Okay, set the stage.
I am not a adrenaline junkie. I don't like rides. I don't like roller coasters. I never have.
Okay.
It's not my thing.
Not your thing.
It's not my thing. We did the Avatar Flight of Passage, which wasn't really, it's not a roller coaster. It's like a
virtual thing.
VR thing.
Yeah.
But man, like, you're like, oh, holy crap. Riding on the back of the Banshee. Like, you really feel like you're flying. Yeah. I had to close my eyes a couple times because, you know, it's weird because I know that I'm not actually up
flying
high, but it's amazing to me how they've improved VR so much that you really feel like you're there.
Yes.
Because even after we got out, like anytime I looked forward and down to walk, I felt like I was going to fall forward.
Oh, no.
It was the weirdest thing. Yeah.
Oh, no.
So that stuff kind of scrambles my brain a little bit. But it was really cool. So if you ever have a chance to do it, highly recommend it.
Do it.
Yeah, so we did that. We walked around. We did the safari ride, which was cool.
I love the
see all the aminals.
Yes.
Yeah. They went on. Everybody went on a. What's that one there? Expedition Everest.
Oh.
That was a no for me. I'm like, bye. See you later.
Bye. Me out.
And Brian's so great because he's like, yeah, you guys go. Like, I'll just wait with, and I'm like, no. I'm like, don't just go. Like, go enjoy it. I'm like, I have been doing this my whole life. Like, I'm not missing out. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel, like I'm the bag lady sitting on the bench. Like, it's fine.
Right.
So that was Animal Kingdom, and then we hopped over to Magic Kingdom, which was cool. We did the Toy Story stuff, and what else? Magic Kingdom. We saw the fireworks that they do, like the whole show.
Fireworks. Right.
What else? Oh my gosh, there's just so much there that I'm trying to think of. I had my first Dole Whip, which was delicious. Yeah.
It was delicious.
And I was
great.
so happy because, long story short, I'm not going to explain it to everybody here, but I've been on a restrictive diet for the past couple weeks. And so I had to be very careful with what I could eat and not eat, and basically avoiding gluten and dairy. So I was like, oh man, like, I want to try the Dole Whip, but it's probably ice cream. Fun fact, people, if you are lactose intolerant and have to be dairy free, the pineapple Dole Whip is for you.
Nice.
Because it's dairy free. Yep.
Very good.
And it was delicious. Great. So
great.
Yeah. We did Haunted Mansion.
Oh, cool.
We did. Oh my gosh! Again, there's just so much there.
You were on Tron.
So again, I hate roller coasters. And this was the one where I teetered. We were in the line and I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do this.
I don't know.
And then something in me was like, if you don't do this, you're going to regret it. And you're going to feel left out.
Remember a pop of peas in your head. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
So I mustered up the courage and I did it. And let me tell you, like, wow. For the first fact is it's intense. So if you don't if you don't like going fast, this is not the ride for you.
Not for you. Not
at all.
Right.
And if you're afraid of heights like me, it's a little scary. And nothing goes upside down or anything like that. But you go on those big turns where you're kind of like on the way to going upside down, but you're not.
Right.
But it's cool. Like, you sit on the bike and you kneel into it, and they hold you in by the back of your legs, like on your calves, and then a thing comes down on your back, and then
sweet.
you hold on to the handles.
Cool.
And yeah, wow. I think you launch at 65 miles an hour or something like that.
Dang.
It was insane. Yeah.
Cool.
But it's awesome because at one point, you're outside and then you go back in, and they have all the lights and the visuals, and they have the Daft Punk soundtrack playing. It's just, it was cool. So I forced myself to keep my eyes open because I was first of all, I was screaming the entire time. Screaming the entire time.
Screaming the entire time.
And the picture that we got is
it's the best
hilarious. Hilarious. Todd, please feel free to post all of
I did not want to post any of those until I got your permission. So
full permission. I have no shame because it's hilarious.
Tron's my favorite one. Favorite one.
And then in the picture I see Brian's looking over at me, and I'm like, were you staring at me the whole time? And he was like, well, I wanted to make sure that you were okay. And I'm like, I really hope you weren't staring at me and not looking forward and missing all of the cool stuff that was in front of you.
I'm screaming. I'm fine. If I'm not screaming, I'm dead. So
the same thing happened when we did Hagrid's. I was just screaming because I was terrified, and he was just watching me the whole time because he thought I was freaking out, and I was like, no, I'm just screaming because I'm scared, and that's just how I let it out,
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, Tron was cool. I don't know if I would do it again. It was a little too much for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But if you're into roller coasters and stuff, absolutely 100%.
Yeah. That'd be fun to do at night. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, we purposely did the reservation for at night.
Nice.
You have to reserve a place in line now.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
cool.
Did that, and then we went to Saturday was Epcot, and then we went back to Hollywood Studios for some more Star Wars time.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, I mean there was other stuff in Hollywood Studios, but
yeah.
For the most part, it's all about Galaxy's Edge. Toy Story Land is really cool too.
Okay.
Did like Toy Story Land. But Epcot, we did the Frozen ride, which was cute.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's in the Norway part of Epcot.
Oh, okay.
Along the pavilions.
Uh-huh.
And they were doing some kind of flower and garden festival. So some of the spots had specialty food items and all that.
Nice.
So we got to drink and eat. It was a good time.
Epcot's like the adult thing.
Yeah.
Lay back and chill.
And then the other ride that we got to do was the Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
Okay.
And once again, I was terrified. But this one is not that Tron isn't an experience, but this one is more of a, I don't know, it's fun. I went on it twice, so that says a lot. I went on it twice.
Yeah.
But it's also not as fast as Tron, but it's pretty fast.
It is an actual ride. It's an actual ride.
Yes, it's on a track. It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But you're not really seeing the track for the most part because it's all around you.
Yeah.
And what's cool is they put you in the car, and the car pivots and moves as you're going along the track. So it's pointing you where your eyes, where your attention should be. And in the in the spirit of Guardians of the Galaxy, there's an awesome soundtrack, and it's a different song every time you go on the ride, and
nice.
It just makes it that much more awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah. So we got two different songs, which I was happy about. I was like, I don't want to go on again and get the same song.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And they launch you backwards. That caught me off guard. Again, wait. Todd, Please post the pictures. It's hilarious.
They are fun. They are fun.
But
man.
I think I would do that ride like over and over again. It was so much
That's
fun.
cool. That's cool.
And it doesn't, again, like, doesn't go upside down. There's no big like, that's the other thing I hate is like any big like drops, like straight down drops.
Yeah,
that's why like Tower of Terror, I'm like,
no,
I'm good. Everybody go ahead. I'm good.
I'll just hold your bags right over here. It's fine.
Yeah. Because even then, like, I mean, I don't want to spoil anything. There's a part in Rise of the Resistance where you drop, and every time, like, even though I know it's coming, I freak out because I just hate the feeling. It's like I don't like it, and I love it, but I hate that part.
Yeah. Love the ride, hate that part. Yeah.
So
there goes Carla screaming again. We're dropping.
But we had a great time, and
but you were able to you went with your same crew, right?
Yeah, because originally it was just me and Brian, and then we were talking about it, and everyone was like, "Oh, like, I want to go too," and we were like, "Yeah, sure, we'll make it a whole like group thing."
That's super cool.
So we had a little posse, New Jersey posse showing up. So
the Jersey posse running Disney. Yeah, that was awesome. That was cool. That was cool. Yeah.
We ended the last night in Oga's on Batu, and if you get a very late reservation, I would recommend doing that because when you come out, the park is already closed.
What?
But yeah, so like anybody who's still in the cantina and stuff gets to stay because they stay open a little bit later.
Right.
So what they do is they close the park like the rest of Hollywood Studios. But if you do like a 9:40 or like a 10 o'clock reservation, you're there past closing, and you come out and there's nobody there, and you get some very nice pictures next to the Falcon with no people in it.
Wow,
it's great. So
that's awesome.
It's my little tip.
That's a hot tip.
Yeah,
a hot tip for going to Disney. That's cool. That's awesome.
So yeah, we had a great time.
What was your since you've been kind of, it was almost, I mean, somewhat close, relatively close. What was your favorite part of this trip? What made it?
Honestly, I think it's got to be the Guardians ride. Like, it was a lot of fun. Yeah. I mean, the main drive was obviously May 4th and Star Wars. But like that ride, again, because I was so nervous and anxious about doing anything related to like roller coasters and stuff.
Right.
But like to know that I did it and I enjoyed it is it's a big thing for me because I'm like, I try to conquer my fears.
That's a big thing. It is big.
Yay. Even though I was, again, I was truly
screaming
terrified the whole time. Terrified, but also having fun, if that makes sense. So
yeah, I mean, I like every picture because your eyes are open and you're just like screaming. And I think that's just like so fun.
But it's funny because everybody else is like, yay!
Yay! And you're just like, it's great. It's great. Yeah, and it must have been cool. I think it's. I mean, I was super happy for you that like you.
Too. That's super
cool that you get to do that, and that's awesome. So
yeah, keeps the room cheaper too.
Oh,
split everything because we got to stay on property this time.
Nice.
We stayed at the All-Star Movies Hotel.
Okay.
And it's very convenient because they have the shuttle buses that just cycle through and take it to whichever park you need to go to. But staying on property, it's, you're paying. But yeah, going with a group, you split it so it doesn't cost as much, which is nice.
Right. Which is nice.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing like there is like if you can avoid buying stuff at the stores and all that, really the food is what's like expensive because they know they've got you.
They got you there. Yeah. I mean, the time we went, we definitely went with a meal plan because it just
yeah.
If you don't, you gotta be
Like it'll just
eat you
Yeah.
up. You know?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but it was great. So
Good, man.
glad we did
That's
it.
great.
Glad
Yeah.
we did it without any casualties back at home.
Oh, we don't
Yeah.
need any of that drama ever again. No, no, no.
But
no,
hey,
no.
if it hadn't have happened the first time, we wouldn't have gone this time. So
This is true. This is true.
everything happens for a reason.
That's right.
And it
Yes.
ended well the first time Hans came home. Everybody knows the story. So
Right. We still have 2 cats. It's great.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
So
Awesome.
so
Anything
that,
else? Yeah. Anything else?
Obviously, I'm playing Jedi Survivor.
Survivor,
Through
yeah.
that.
Mhm.
And then Aaron's not here tonight because I was especially excited to tell him this. Started a D&D campaign. Woo!
Wow.
We're in. Finally. We've been trying to find a group to play with for a while.
And
so
what
not
one
only-
did one do to get into a D&D group there, Carla?
Well, it's my friend Taylor.
Mhm.
He's run games before, and I kept telling him, like, hey, next time you start a new campaign, like, let us know. We want to play.
We're in, man.
And especially now that I've recently been like really into watching Critical Role, I'm like, this is fun to watch, but like I actually want to play too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we just started that. First session was creating our characters and backstories, learning the lore of the land and the people and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And Taylor's great because he like really sets the scene.
He's totally nerding up. Yeah, he's nerding up. Yeah.
So we've got maps and everything. It's great. It's cool.
Nice.
So
nice.
Yeah. So I'm excited to start diving into
super
that
cool.
and start playing.
That's super
cool. I got all my dice and everything. Such a nerd.
You're such a nerd. You're such a nerd. I love it. Cool. Anything else?
I think that's been it. I mean, it's been like I said, I'm exhausted.
That's a lot.
Because it's been like
So when did you come back? You were there Thursday. You went through Monday or?
Yeah, I left Wednesday night. Got there Wednesday night, and then there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we left Sunday morning. But I think total, like, because with the watch, the iWatch counts your steps and your distance and all that.
Yeah.
I think we ended up walking like almost 20,000 steps every day or something like that, and it was like a total of like a little over 20 miles. So like you're on your feet
20 miles
day. Yeah. You're on your feet all day, and it's
I know.
like you're exhausted. Like that's like that kind of a sleep. It's like not like good sleep because you're like, you're like, oh, like I'm exhausted, but like you sleep so well because you're out in the sun all day.
I know.
Your feet are swelling and they're bloated.
Yeah.
It's
definitely a thing. Wow, 20 miles.
And luckily, it was hot, but the Florida humidity definitely was not in full force.
Nice.
Because when we went the first time in August, man, like you walked outside and you just got sucker punched in the face.
It's like, why did I even shower? Like, why did I even?
Yeah.
I'm sweating. Yeah.
So it was hot, but it wasn't like disgustingly hot. Yeah. So
we when we went at the end of May, and I was like, it was already 90 something with the humidity and whatever, and I was like, I could not do this in July or
it's brutal.
Yeah,
it's brutal.
Even in August,
when we went in August, they still had the face mask thing, and like you had to stop and like find a spot where there weren't a ton of people just to take it down and like actually breathe air because it was exhausting. It was exhausting.
It's exhausting. Yeah. Cool. Well, not cool, but yeah. Luckily, you didn't have to deal with that this time, and it sounds like you had a good time.
It was nice to not have to worry about it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that's great.
And no COVID coming back, so it's a good thing too.
I feel
I was a little worried.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, it's still a real thing, and you're dealing with a lot of
Yeah.
people, and
Yeah.
your immunity's down a little bit because you're hanging out and, like you said, walking 20 miles.
Yeah,
and,
your body's in like overdrive.
yeah, it's like, okay, what are we doing here? So. Well, I don't
Well,
have anything.
what
Yeah, I
about
don't
you?
have anything nearly as exciting as your time there at Disney. Yeah, like this week, pretty low key. Playing Jedi Survivor a little bit. I try, trying to do that. Um, see Volume 3. So saw that this week, and
No
yeah.
spoilers. I haven't seen it yet.
Dude, talk about roller coasters. This one
Oh
is an
no!
emotional.
Trent leans over to me.
He's like, Dad, this is really sad. I'm like, it'll get better. Don't worry. It's gonna be.
Oh
It'll be
no,
better.
no.
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry.
So
Don't tell me. Don't worry.
yeah. So, anyways, James
It's the
Gunn.
last one, right?
Yes, last one. James
Okay.
Gunn. I love James Gunn's films. He's just got a real good niche with the music. He always ties the music with the scene. I'm sure he has some kind of musical supervisor that probably helps him out too, but I don't know. I just feel like his films really tie really well emotionally with the songs that they pick. And this one does not disappoint. Probably the strongest Guardians of the Galaxy. It's really, really good. I would highly recommend it, but it is, from an emotional standpoint, I mean, this one, it gets you good.
Oh
So
boy.
yeah, so I would
End
definitely
credits?
two.
Okay.
Yes, two. One week. So that's really good. Sad that he won't get to play in the sandbox anymore, but we got some really good Marvel stuff from him.
Yeah.
And I'm all the best for DC. I think I'm anxious to see when he actually. I know he's more of like a story guy for DC or whatever, but I would love to see him. So I mean, Peacemaker. If you haven't seen Peacemaker, so good. It's so good. So yeah, It'd be cool to see him do some more DC stuff. But yeah, so that. I mean that it's been pretty low key after May the 4th. It was a little low key, so I'm just gonna say we'll just stick with that. Go see Guardians. It's
Play Jedi Survivor.
yeah. I always try. I always catch myself. Jedi Survivor. It's kind of hard. It's just Fallen Order always sticks with me. But yeah, there you go. All right. Well, I think that puts another wrap into another episode of WSTR Galactic Public Access. You can find us on the socials. You know where to find us. We're part of the Red 5 Network, and us at WSTR Media. Hey, comment, rate, tweet us on Apple Podcasts. Give us a 5-star rating. And we would love to hear from you. So you could do that at podcast. What's our email? Shoot, I don't even know. I don't know. How many times did I do this? Mailbox at WSTRmedia.com is where you can drop us a rating, give us a questions, or if you have somebody that you would like us to interview or you want to be interviewed by us. Yes, we solicit that too. Mailbox at WSTRmedia.com. Or you can leave us a voicemail. That's 630-557-9787. Operators are standing by to take your calls now. Hey, back catalog of episodes. You can find us at podcast.wstrmedia.com, merch store.wstrmedia.com. If you want to support us in a different way at Patreon, go patreon.com/WSTRmedia. YouTube chat, not here because we don't have the big candy red button that Aaron pushes, but we have fun every Thursday night. So just check us out there. Check the socials. Sometimes we out that mark, you can do that. So sometimes we have to switch the times around. But yeah, usually 8:30-ish Central Standard Time. But yeah, that's that. You can find that at livestream.wstrmedia.com. I think I said enough .coms for a while. All right. Next week, Imperial Inspection. We're gonna
The Jedi. I can't believe that is
a thing. That's a thing. So we are going to be doing an Imperial inspection to get us ready for Return of the Jedi. And our boy, our vile gangster, Jabba the Hutt. We have yet to do Jabba. We got to do Jabba for Return of the Jedi. So we will be talking about Jabba the Hutt next week. So you won't want to miss that. Carla, there's only one way to end this show. Now this is podcasting. And that's how we do it around here when Aaron's not here. Go see Guardians Galaxy.
Go ride the ride.